Hello guys! Today what we're going to work on is something very similar to what we worked on yesterday. So we're going to focus on determining the meaning of unknown words in a nonfiction text. Yesterday what we did was we looked at a worksheet and we pulled out some words that seemed kind of difficult and we kind of figured them out using text evidence. Today we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to use this little bitty graphic organizer that I've made over here. And the reason we need to determine the meaning of unknown words in a text, same thing as yesterday, it just helps us be better readers. We have to understand the text, and we have to understand all the words in the text to fully understand what the text is saying. Alright, so I actually have this book up on leveled readers. The great thing is that Gwinnett County Public Schools has leveled readers on everything. So you could go and you could find your level, and this is a level, I think it's an R, and you can look for a ton of books on leveled readers. So here is Under the Bright Lights, and this story, or this is not a story, it's a nonfiction text. It is about actors and actresses and what that looks like. And so what I'm going to do is while I'm reading, I'm going to fill in words I don't really feel comfortable with, and I can add some if I wanted to. I'm going to make an educated guess of what that might be, and then I'm going to type in some evidence that makes me think, what made me think that my definition, my educated guess, was what that word meant. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to read, and then I'm just going to stop every time I find a word that I don't know. Would you like to act in a play? Every year, kids all over the country perform in plays in their school and communities. These young actors love being in the spotlight, but show business isn't always easy, and it takes a lot of hard work to produce great plays. Now I know all those words, so I'm going to keep on going. If you ever want to be an actor, you have to first try out for a part. Most tryouts are held at a theater. Many actors want to try out for each part. Sometimes you have to wait hours for your turn. Actors sometimes get very nervous while they wait for tryouts. The director calls the names one by one. Director. I don't really know what a director is, so I'm going to write director. Fix this real quick. So I'm going to write director, and then I'm going to take an educated guess. I want to say a director is like the boss of the people who, like the actors, the boss of the actors. And I want to say this because the director, over here it says the director calls the names and they walk in one by one. So he or she calls the names of the actors. And I'm also going to write that they try actors try out in front of the directors. The director shakes each actor's hand. He or she smiles and asks the director to go upstage and read some dialogue. That's another one I don't know. So I'm going to write in dialogue. I don't know how to spell today. I'm sorry, guys. Oh, I got it right. Okay. And my educated guess there, it says some dialogue from the play script. I'm going to say text. And then I'm going to read it again. I'm going to ask myself what text evidence. Because I'm thinking of like text from a play script. I know a script is something that the actors read off. And it's where the characters are talking. I remember that when I'm in class, that dialogue means where the characters talk. There we go. And so I'm going to say that they have to read dialogue off a script. Interesting. Actors must sound and behave like the character on the script. They must act scared or silly or dangerous. Yeah, I think I'm right. Now guys, I'm going to keep on reading one more page and you're going to look for any words that you think are difficult. The director decides which actors are best for different roles. Then the director calls those actors back to the theater to congratulate them. The director tells them a little more about the play. For example, the director might say, "This is a serious drama about family." I don't know what drama means. They go camping in the woods. One kid gets lost, and it doesn't have to be a horrible ending like a tragedy, but it's not a funny comedy either. It's a story about faith, hope, and survival. Alright, cool. So I want you to think about which one of these words, if any of them, seem a little troublesome to you, and then I want you to pause the video and I want you to take one of the words on a sheet of notebook paper and make an educated guess and text evidence about that. Pause the video now. Alright, if you have paused your video and you are picking back up, that's awesome. Now I'm just going to tell you what drama is. A drama is, and actually we can go all the way back to the beginning. A drama is a serious show. A comedy is a funny show. And a tragedy is a show that ends sadly. So those are all the actual definitions. I wonder how close your educated guess was. And thinking about your text evidence, I wonder if your text evidence matched up with your educated guess. Alright guys, if you need any help, reach out. Thanks.